So we just got back from an awesome vacation to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Got this awesome hat there. Check this out. Super sweet. Should actually switch these out real quick. Alright, so we just got back from an awesome vacation to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and while we were there, we were just chilling, hanging on the beach, all that good stuff, everything that you're supposed to do on vacation, but I had this itch to just shoot some type of commercial, some short segment type of video, and I really didn't have any clue what I wanted to do, but we just had some stuff lying around the place that we were staying in. We had some Blue Moon beer that my family always enjoys on vacation, and my sister brought along her penny board, so naturally I just decided to throw a few things together and shoot this 1-minute commercial. I'll give you guys a sample here if you didn't see the last video. Now, yes, this was a run and gun style shoot, which is kind of the style that I really prefer to shoot in a majority of the time anyway, but I think this video probably could have been much better if I actually sat down and did some pre-production like we are going to do today. And today we're going to check out this awesome program called Milanote. I actually saw this video from Danny Gewurz, another filmmaker on YouTube, so if you haven't checked out his channel, please do so. I watch all of his videos and always get inspired after watching them. So I hope this video today inspires you guys to go out and create in a run and gun style shoot, but also get some knowledge on how to do pre-production for a one-man band style shoot where it's just you and yourself and whatever you have, such as Blue Moon beer and a penny board. So this program that we are looking at here is called Milanote, and no, it's not sponsored by Milanote, but it's just an all-around amazing program to use for any type of pre-production that you could ever want to do. So if we just zoom out here, this is basically the project. You can go much bigger, have tons of columns here if you really wanted to, but this project was just a 1-minute kind of short run and gun style video. So this is kind of what I've come up with after the fact, post-production, pre-production if you want to call it. So here we have samples, video references, music, gear list, shot list, notes. We'll be getting into all of that stuff, but for now I just want to show you how to kind of load in your images. So if we just come in here, I have a couple of images that kind of inspired the idea of this video. So if we look at this, literally I just dragged 5 images from my hard drive and they all loaded in here pretty easily. Kind of, if you have more photos, they'll just create an awesome layout that just looks visually appealing and will just be super clean on a timeline here. So I just opened up a new board right there to do that, and if we click back into our commercial here, I can just create a new column, just drag it out here, title it samples or whatever you want to call it, and basically just select all of my photos, drag them into the samples column, and it'll just load them up in a very aesthetically pleasing type of way here. So these were some of the samples that I had just inspired the idea for the video when I was Googling something, as we were on vacation here. So I really wanted to get the sunset. I wanted to get my sister on the skateboard kind of skating at sunset. I wanted to feature the beer Blue Moon in some fashion while she was skating. I wanted this type of hero shot at the end of the video. I thought that this might actually be the closing actual final hero shot, but we'll get to that later. And of course this amazing Corona cheersing. I just wanted to capture this sunset, kind of like free flowing energy, just having a good time feel. So that's it. You can really load in as many samples as you want. You can load in 100 pictures. It'll all organize in here like that, super cleanly and really easy to follow. So if we go back out, I had my samples loaded up here so you can see. You can even add, just a caption to this. So if I wanted to, if I love this picture right here, I might just say silhouette of girl in sun. Something super simple just to, if I want to open this up on the shoot while we're shooting, this will remind me of what type of shot I need to get. So just a few samples here. And that kind of really just kickstarts my brain into kind of storyboarding and creating like a vision board here with how I want to curate this story. So next, I kind of had some video references, as I did mention the amazing Danny Gewirtz as a huge inspiration for a lot of the filmmaking that I have currently been doing. So this specific video reference here was one of his beer commercials, and it's super cool. You can play your video references right in here in the program. So if we're watching it here, I can just come over here, double click, and start typing Danny Gewirtz beer commercial sunset vibes, and everything doesn't even need to be spelled right here, but these are just some notes that we can then drag into our notes column later on if you really wanted to. But it's just a great way to kind of have everything right here in front of you, just be able to type everything out, really just vision board everything that you're thinking as you're sculpting the storyline of the video here. And a little bit of research that I did on some beer commercials that kind of had this beach sunset type of vibe. It was actually this amazing Corona mini documentary commercial that was shot by Taylor Steele. He was an amazing surf director, and just the vibes of this one were really working, so I just wanted to put it in my video references column here. So next, on the idea of piecing this whole Blue Moon commercial together, music to me and this channel is super important, and that's a lot of what I deal with is music videos that have a heavy presence of music. So just the right type of vibe. I wanted to go for some type of fast-paced, energetic, but chill type of music that's like, we need to get there, we need to get to the hang. So I always use Artlist for any of my music, so I was just scrubbing on there. I found two that kind of worked, so I was able to just put them down in here into a music column so that I could download them and have them later for reference as I'm piecing things together in post-production. So now that we're at this point, we have a short little vision board going. We have some video references that we can refer to and watch through to kind of piece together a shot list later on, or a gear list, or anything like that, anything related to building out the storyline here. Just writing notes down in general about things that we liked about each video reference to kind of pick and choose the things that we really love and piece this whole story together. So next, I kind of went on to a gear list. Now, I did mention that I'm a run and gun style shooter. The camera that we're shooting this on is the A7 III, and I just picked up the Sigma 24-70mm lens, which is what I used to shoot this specific video. But basically, it's just a good idea, and we can do a whole nother video on this about packing a bag. Usually I do it the night before so that, if I have to leave super early for a shoot, everything's ready to go. So generally a gear list is a good thing to always do, just to check everything off and make sure that you have everything you need for the shoot that you're about to go to. Since this was a run and gun style shoot, we basically used the Sony, we used the Sigma Art 24-70, and we used just a Zhiyun Weeble S gimbal. That is kind of my go-to gimbal to use on shoots, and pretty much that was it, except for some props and some miscellaneous things that we had lying around, which kind of enhanced the storyline and actually gave us a storyline for this short commercial. So if we look at the gear list here, you can literally just check things off. This is a checklist, so I just would come in here. This is a to-do, so I'll just drag a to-do in here, and as you'll see, it'll add a task. So we can add in whatever you want. Empty beer bottle, we use that on set for this little shoot. So as you can see, I have my camera, gimbal, the lens, basically any props that we needed. So some of the props that we needed for this specific video was the actual case of Blue Moon. We wanted to showcase that it wasn't opened until she got to the actual hang. So we needed the actual case of Blue Moon, we needed the skateboard, we needed some sunglasses because it's kind of sunny outside, and we want to just emit that really fun hang type of cool look. Beach blanket, of course, bottle opener to open the beers, and we needed an empty bottle because we technically weren't really supposed to be drinking on the beach, but in case beach patrol kind of came by, we needed an empty bottle just to use as a prop, pretty much. And the list can go on. This was a pretty simple gear list and prop list, so if you're doing a much larger production, you'll obviously have a lot more here. And if that's the case, this checklist is really going to come in handy because it's just going to allow you to check things off as you gather them up. From all of this, we have our samples, we have our video references, music, gear list. We're really starting to get together everything that we need and really get to actually shooting this commercial. So next we kind of go on to our shot list. Now, since this was a run and gun style shoot, as I keep saying, and this was just an idea for vacation, I didn't actually do pre-production for this, but since this is how I would have done it if we shot the commercial after the fact, this is kind of the shot list that was running through my head as I was just kind of, dreaming up what this commercial could look like. So pretty much the storyline will go into the notes. These are some of the blue sky type of notes, just blue sky up in the air type of notes that I had. And this is the basic storyline here. So going to the hang, you're arriving at the destination with the beer, and the beer is part of the family. Wanted to feel like the beer at the end was enhancing the hang of this video. So that's the basic storyline. It can be super, super simple. Story doesn't need to be complicated. It just needs to have a beginning, middle, and an end. And the beginning is her skateboarding there. The middle is her arriving to the hang, arriving to the beach, and the end is just everybody having a good time because the beer has arrived, and they're a family and the beer is part of the family tradition. So that's kind of just the general storyline here. So what was going through my head as a shot list is everything that we have here. Skating to the beach, we wanted to showcase some of those props, show some close-up shots of those props. Of course, we wanted to kind of make this feel like a sense of urgency, like she's trying to get there to the hang because she's running late or something of this sort. We just wanted some type of sense of urgency. So skating to the beach, we wanted to showcase that she's holding a case of beer. It's sunset, it's, time is running out, the sun is going down, but we still wanted to make it feel like, she's on her way to have a good time. So making it to the beach, basically kicking the skateboard up. I really wanted to establish the location once she got to the beach. So before that, you saw like the palm trees, but you could see houses. You see it was sunset. You didn't really know it was the beach. And then once she gets to the beach, it's really easy to see that. You see the sand dune fences. You see this actual sand there, her walking through the sand. We have a sign of the actual beach location. We have her arriving to the actual hang, and then from there it's basically just having a good time. But some of the specific shots that I wanted to get were opening the beer bottles and handing them out, them cheersing each other, just really showcasing that they're having a good time. Another way of showcasing that is laughing, filming them laughing and just generally enjoying themselves. So in order to kind of connect my samples to the shot list here, we can actually draw a line, we can draw an arrow. So the beer in the sand, this picture right here is one of the shots that I really wanted to get. So one thing that we can do to kind of link things up is by drawing an arrow here. So I said cheersing there just to showcase that they're having a good time. So this shot really came into play, and I could draw an arrow to that specific thing, just kind of linking it back to the sample so that I have a reference when I go to shoot that shot. So all you got to do is basically just draw a line, bring a line out here and connect it to the thing that you want to showcase here. So beer in the sand, that's what I wanted to connect it to, is this shot right here. So just kind of drawing back to our samples and really connecting the beginning of our brainstorm session here with our samples, our vision board, and connecting that to the actual shot list that we're gonna need to be shooting to create this commercial. I didn't actually have this in mind, but just on location when we were shooting this, the hero shot I thought was gonna be this beer in the sand, and then the logo would just kind of come up after that, after it faded out. But what really ended up happening was I got this amazing shot of everybody just kind of lifting their bottle up, kind of like doing a huzzah at the beach, and then panning up to the sky where I would have the logo kind of come in afterwards. So that ended up being the actual hero shot, but in my mind for the run and gun style shoot, this beer type of shot right here with the beer in the sand was actually going to be the hero shot. But you know, when you're on location, sometimes things happen, especially in a run and gun style shoot, where you just kind of shoot everything, but you make sure you get your shot list down, and some happy accidents happen, and that was one of them, and I thought it turned out really, really well. So lastly, here we have our notes. So as I mentioned, storyline, all you got to do to add a new note is just double click. You know, that's super simple to do, and you can just drag it in. I don't even need to type here. I can just drag that note in and type later. So on that note, I'll let the entirety of the commercial play out here. Let me know what you guys thought about the commercial in the comment section below. And if you guys have any work that you guys would like to showcase, I would love to feature you on the channel as well. So link those in the comment section below. I'd love to check them out. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Sunshine